Hey there, Nick is here. In this video, we're going to go over how to do a find and replace using bash. So I've got this little demo script set up here, which is just echoing hello world. But let's say that we had a variable in bash, which was a string, and we just wanted to do a find and replace, right? Take some substring within that string and replace it with something else. So let's try to do that. So in this case, I'm just going to make a variable here, and we'll just say on, right? Maybe this state could be on or off. And now we just want to replace on with off, basically doing a substring replacement here. So what we could do is just define a new variable with the same name here. And now we're going to start using parameter expansion. Now, I've done videos about this one in the past. I'll leave a card if you want to check it out. But one of the cool things that you can do with this expansion is, we can add this / syntax here, which is going to allow us to do a find and replace. So in this case here, we have our state variable, which is defined up here. What do we want to do? Well, we want to find on and replace that with off. And now if we go and echo this out, we can take a look here what the results are going to be. Any guesses here? I'm going to run this command in 3, 2, 1. There we go. So it did the first replacement in the string here. It just turned the first on to be an off, and the other ones were left untouched. But I'm sure, if you've done some programming with other languages and other scripting languages, or any language really, you can also do a find and replace that would be global. So let's say you wanted all of the instances of on to be turned to off. Well, with bash, you can do that as well. So you can just make this 1 / to be 2 of them. And now when we run it here, we can see it is off, off, off. Basically, it's doing a global find and replace there. Now, this works great if you're using bash, but let's say that you may be working on either a legacy system or, maybe you're inside of a container where bash isn't available, but just regular shell is, or maybe, ash or something like that. So let's go and see what happens here if we try to do that in this case here. We are actually going to get a bad substitution here because this is not POSIX compliant shell. Likewise, with the non-global one, also the same deal here. So we would need to do, a different strategy to do that find and replace. So in this case here, instead of doing parameter expansion with bash, we can just use sed to do a find and replace there. So in that case here, we've got our state variable just like we did before here. But now let's say that we can do this as well. So we have, our redefine here, and now what we could do is open up a subshell and maybe just echo this state here. And, let's just end it for now, right? And just echo this out just so we can see things working like incrementally here. So we can see this is on, right? We're not doing any replacements at all, basically just echoing this value. Kind of doesn't make sense on what we're doing here because we still need to do more stuff. But yeah, okay, so now what we could do is just pipe this into sed. And then within sed, we can be like, okay, fine, let's do a string replacement here. And we'll just do the same thing that we did before, right? We're going to do a search for on, and now it's going to be off. And then we can do our run here, and we can see that just the first instance of on has been replaced with off. That's the output there. And if you want to make this one global, basically, replacing all occurrences, we can just add the G flag here at the end. And then now when you run it, we get the same result that we got before, where it's going to do a global replacement here on all the instances of that string. So here, it is on. Now they're all going to be replaced with off, off, off. So yeah, this could be an interesting way to do this, if you have to work with a POSIX compliant system. Honestly, if you're working with bash, then I do prefer using this syntax here, right? It's a little bit easier to read in my opinion. We don't need to pipe out to a different program there as well, using sed. So that's going to do it for this video. So let us know in the comments below, what was the last string that you replaced? And also, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to answer all of them. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.